Okay, gang, so let's look at the power of a power. So we kind of already touched on this with our exponents, but let me just remind you. When you do the product and you have something like 2x squared times 3, we'll say x to the fourth. Okay? We already said that, well, that just means we multiply it together, right? So I could remove the parentheses and have 2x squared times 3x to the fourth. 2 times 3 is 6. There's 2 x's here and 4 x's here for a grand total of 6 x's. A power of a power is when I take like this 2x squared and I raise it to another power, say to the fifth. Okay? So what that means is I'm going to take 2x squared 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times I've got to do that. I'm already looking, I'm like, where did I put my calculator? It's okay, we're going to do this. So here's what I need to do. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. And then I need to do 16 times 2. That doesn't sound right. Okay, what did I do wrong? 2 times 2, let me just get my little calculator out here. I want to be sure I don't mess it up. It should be much bigger. I thought it was 64. Alright, calculator. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 2's, right? So 2 times 2 times, that's 2. 2. That's 3 times 2 times 2 is 32. Oh, well, one more. 64. Did I do that right? 2 times 2 is, oh yeah. Okay, so 64. That's a lot of 2's. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. X to the 10th. So, when you have the product right here, a power to a power, do you see a pattern? So let me do it. Here's what we got here. Let's do another one. Let's do 3x cubed and let's square it. So that's 3x cubed 2 times. 2 times. I need to take that 2 times. 3 times 3 is 9. This is 1, 2, 3 x's and 3 more x's gives me a total of 6. Okay? Remember, our goal is to try and come up with a rule. We always seem to have these rules that we come up with. Let's do one more. Let's do 5y to the 5th and we'll cube it. So that means I need 5y to the 5th, this inside piece, 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times another 5 is 125. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 10, 15. So I have 15 y's. Do you see the rule? Well, it's probably pretty easy to see what's going on here. 5 times 2 is 10. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 5 is 15. So if I have an exponent and I raise it to another power, a power to a power, it's pretty easy to see. I multiply them, right? So I do A times B. So this is my rule. Let me circle that up. Alright, so let's take some examples of this. I'm on, it's a pink sheet of paper that says powers of monomials. So let's take this. Let's take 5x to the 7th squared. Okay, so this is where you got to be pretty careful. Exponents can only multiply to exponents. This is a coefficient. I can't do 2 times 5. That doesn't work. So what I'm going to do is write 5x to the 7th 2 times. Okay? So really I have 2 5s. 5 times 5 is 25. And I'm going to add those up. Or 2 times 7 is what? 14. But I could also do 7 plus 7 is 14. Okay, let's try another one. Let's try a cubed times negative a squared b to the 4th. If you're on your pink paper, this is number 11. Okay, so let me just rewrite this one. I've got a to the 3rd times, I've got everything inside here 4 times, right? So I'm going to have, and I need to remember this because this always stumps us up. Whenever you have a negative there, that's like a -1. So -1, and let's do this. I need -1 how many times? 4 times. So -1, -1, -1. And then I could multiply. 4 times 2 would give me 8. There's a 1 right here, so 4 times 1 would give me b to the 4th. All right, so negative times a negative is a positive, so I'm going to mark those off. Negative times a negative is also a positive. So actually all those -1s just become a +1. So I've got 3 a's here and 8 a's here. 8, 9, 10, 11 a's and 4 b's. All the 1s end up just becoming a +1, which I don't need to write that. Put a star by this one. And let's write careful when you have a negative. When you have a negative. Super important when you have that. All right, let's try another one. Let's try number 14. 2a squared cubed plus a to the 4th 3a squared. All right. Okay, so as I look at this one, 2a squared cubed, that means I'm going to have the number 2 3 times, right? 2 times 2 times 2. I could multiply here. 3 times 2 will give me a to the 6 plus, there's no outside exponent, so we're just multiplying here. 1 times 3 would just give me 3. 4 a's here and 2 here give me a grand total of 6 a's. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8, a to the 6, plus 3, a to the 6. Oh, okay. So there's a wall right here. Whenever I need to go over the wall, I have to be with my family. I can't go over a wall unless I'm with my family. This is a to the 6 and this is a to the 6. Okay. Well, when I mush them together because they're the same family, I don't change my family's last name. So 8, 9, 10, 11, a to the 6th. Don't change your family's name. When you go over the wall, you have to go with your family and you can't change your last name. All right, guys, I hope that helps you with powers of powers. Good luck.